Well, hello YouTube. Good morning. Here we are. We have ourselves a start to a little bit of a chilly morning. They're saying it's supposed to change. Been a busy few days, and yeah, welcome to our vlog. And here we go. Well, of course, the snow you've seen in the last vlog has came and went. Well, the snow hasn't went yet, but the storm system did. And left behind, well, some, minus 10, minus 12 Celsius temperatures, but I guess, well, that's not that bad, I suppose. They're saying it's supposed to warm up again. Just a matter of, well, getting through this little nippy stretch, and then it'll all be fine. Well, had me a reply on the Silverado. Apparently there's supposed to be somebody driving about 3 hours this weekend to have a look at her. So the choice I have to make is, do I run around and clean it up? Run her through the car wash, wash the mud off it, or do I leave it the way it is and let them view it the way, basically the way it looks right now. Don't get all fancy in shining it up or nothing. It basically is what it is. There's two ways that can go. They can see the truck for what it is. The fact that I didn't shine it up could work against me, and some people are taken by the shininess of a truck, and they can't see past the dirt, so therefore they can't, judge it properly. Where if it was pretty and shiny, they get all dazed and they gotta have it, Where if you leave it dirty, it shows, it shows kind of the use of the truck, that it wasn't detailed at the last minute. So it's kind of one of them things. If I run out and do it, I'll probably have to do it here shortly, or do it very early tomorrow morning before it warms up again. They are saying we could be in for some freezing rain today. That being said, if it does freeze and rain, I'll probably want to get a few things going before, well, that happens, right? I have a little bit of mixed feelings about the old Silverado. It's been a good truck. It saved my butt quite a few times on various situations. Like when I lost the 2015 Canyon, it was there for those few months until things changed. I had no idea things were going to change the way they did, but the truck was there to cover then. I never did get to take it camping like I wanted to. However, that's kind of part the way it goes, right? You can't really plan things out in great detail. You only can deal with things as they come about. You try to do as much as you can, but sometimes things just don't want to work with you. I noticed this spring the truck is needing a couple things for repair. So if I do keep it, I got to do a couple of things. One being the windshield wiper hose has now officially broke all the way through, where before I had one on the left hand side, and now the left hand side one has broke. Now I don't know, it might have had a little bit of condensation or summer windshield washer fluid in it that froze and split the line, or whatever, because I did have winter stuff in it before it froze, but still it happened to break and split. But those wiper arms or wiper system needed to be changed out anyway, so it's not a huge loss. If I do end up keeping the truck, which, it's not really costing much to have it sit there, there's a few things I want to do to it. Having only one vehicle will be the first time in my life that I've only had one vehicle to rely on. I've always had two, and at times in my life where I've only had one has been very unsettling, and I've had to go out and buy a second vehicle just to have around, just in case the first one was ever in the shop. And with the 2016 Canyon, well, it's proving very reliable, but I am sure it's going to be in the shop once in a while, and it'll be nice to have a set of wheels, even if they're older, just sitting in the driveway that I can turn key and go. So I've got mixed feelings on selling the Silverado because, well, you know, there's a little bit of a family heritage behind it. That truck means quite a bit to me. If I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably a good 7.5 to 8. I've got it listed at a fair price, and I'm fairly firm on the price, and if somebody's willing to drive 3 hours or so to come see it, then they must be either coming here for or coming through here for some kind of family trip, or they must be in the market for a truck like that. Most people don't just drive, you know, that kind of kilometers for, well, for basically nothing. So we'll have to see how well that pans on out. And as well as I got another phone call yesterday confirming dates that are coming up. I am going for surgery. They did put forward a date, so I do have a time to look forward to, time to plan around, instead of just randomly, hey, you know, call you at the last minute, you got to be there kind of a deal. And apparently they sent me out paperwork explaining everything, but I haven't got the paperwork yet, which is not surprising because they probably delivered it to the wrong address, given the way our Canada Post system operates anyways, or at least in my few blocks how it works. Well, you remember those people that were looking at the item that I was trying to sell a few days ago? Well, they called me yesterday as well, and apparently they liked the item and liked the price. Well, when the day comes for them to pick it up, I will drop a video. Some of you may not agree with me selling this item because I've only had it for a very, very short time. But at the same time, again, I got a really, really sweet deal on it, and it's not 100% what I am wanting, as well as I do have a chance to make some money. And right now, given my current economical state, making a little bit of money is better than hanging on to something that you may or may not use at all this season. Especially if they send me for surgery. You do the timeline on the surgery, the 2-week recovery time, the 6 weeks of physio will put me into like late or so June. I'll get maybe a month and a half of actual use time, maybe out of it, if that. And in that month, I've got a lot of other things going on too. So I don't think I'd really be able to get away for camping, because I've got some stuff planned for later on this summer that is going to be happening whether my hand's involved in it or not. So I'll have to be here for that. So really, the item in question will probably be sitting for most of this year anyway. So if you've got a chance to make some money, you know, why not, right? But pretty much, guys, of course, gonna probably make me a coffee, fire up the old computer, see what's the what in YouTube land, do some more research and digging on the old internet on my next potential project, researching some prices, researching some dealers, seeing what's out there for prices and models and such, seeing what next direction I want to go. And yeah, you guessed her, we'll catch you all then. Well, hello YouTube, here we are with a bit of a check-in. Well, of course, the day was an okay day. Had some plans to get things done, but a couple other things came up and didn't quite go exactly the way it is, but you know, that's the way, again, the way things go. Well, did manage to take the Silverado out and get rid of the cardboard that was in the back. I did do a half job of cleaning it up, or cleaning it out, I should say. I didn't really wash it or wipe anything down because, well, it is what it is, right? I'd much rather see a vehicle in its, what do you call it, raw, unaltered, or natural state than to get a vehicle that somebody has shone and polished up and you don't really know exactly what you're getting until you get looking, right? So if that guy is serious, maybe tomorrow might be the last day for the Silverado. If he does drive that far, you know, chances are he'll go home with it, maybe. Or at least if it was me, I'd be going home with it. Unless he's got business down here or family down here, usually people don't drive that far for nothing, right? So of course, if that's the case, then, well, we will cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe we'll do a few more things to the canyon, tuck a little bit away, and see where the direction the summer goes. With the way things are heading right now, I won't be able to drive that truck much, nor really should I be driving that truck much with the injury that I got going on. It's completely safe for me to drive it. However, a little 15-minute drive, I pay for it for hours later on in the day. So for my own health, I think it's best to cut the losses, if you want to say, and sell her and be done with it. But we had ourselves a nice day. It was like +7 out today, so things were melting like a son of a gun. We need a few more days like that to get ground thaw again like we had going. We had things starting to clear up on the ground, but I guess a little bit more moisture is a good thing for all the farmers and such. Well, gotta score me some supper, babysit my uploads, maybe repost a couple more of my classified ads and post some new ones, see where things roll, and go from there. And you guessed her, we'll see y'all later this evening. Hello YouTube, here we are. A little bit of a closing update. Well, the day was a good day. It was a beautiful day out. Like I said, we had melting temperatures. However, it'll be a few more days of that warmth before we'll actually see or feel actual heat. Because the cold tends to, or the snow tends to keep things cool. So of course we gotta wait a couple days, and that will come about eventually. It's kind of weird this time of year how you seem to take 3 or 4 steps ahead and then, you know, do 1 or 2 steps back with the snow or the weather. But I guess it's better than 40 below, which it could easily come back around and hit us a second time. Well, tomorrow should be an interesting day. I haven't had a text message yet from either of the people that I'm meeting just to double confirm yet, but I'm sure one of them will show up. The older couple that's after the one item is, I'm pretty sure, pretty straight up honest people, so if they say they're gonna, I'm pretty sure they're gonna. But the one guy that's driving from, well, 3 hours away, I'm not 100% sure if he was just a tire kicker or not. What I'll probably end up doing is, you know, maybe possibility of relisting it at a slightly lower price, and then maybe if it still doesn't sell, what I might end up doing is, you know, selling the grill guard off it, selling the tow mirrors off it, you know, the topper, things like that. And I still have the factory mirrors I could put back on it, and 90% of the people that'll buy that truck won't want the topper on it anyway. And as for the tow mirrors, well, people won't miss them because they won't even know that they were on there to begin with. And it won't really lower the price as in like thousands of dollars, but it might bring it down $500-600 to the point where it might be a little more attractive to a few more people. The danger that I have is if I keep that truck, one, I'm going to keep wanting to drive it, which will mean I'll keep hurting myself, which will mean more frustration. And two, the longer I keep it, the more of an urge I'm going to have to put more money in it. As in, like, windshield wipers, seats. I like to change the front end from the older 2004 style to, what was it, the 2006, 2007 style, the classic body style. And all that can be done. People do the Cadillac front end change, but I find that's overdone, right? So I want to do something that is a subtle custom that really most people wouldn't even notice unless they knew the truck. Once everything is picked up and sold, there's some bill paying and banking I want to do, and then order in some stuff, and then around we go for another venture. But gonna end her all here. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.